up, Bulls Nation? Welcome in to the CHGO Bulls podcast presented to you by PointsBet. Don't forget that promo code CHGO when you sign up at PointsBet to live your bet life.
That's it.
I'm Peck. You can follow me on Twitter at Bulls_Peck.
That's him.
This is Big Dave. He's at Bow, BAWL Sports on Twitter. Will the Thrill in Brazil. Won't Gottlieb on Twitter. We are CHGO_Bulls on Twitter. We got our producer and our pal Joey Spathis hanging out with us per usual.
Joey.
We're rolling into hour two. Back-to-back shows.
Back-to-back
We
like the
just
Bulls,
finished
baby.
recording a show for y'all that's going to drop next week.
Back-to-back like the sky gonna do this year, baby.
Ooh!
Rolling out here. You heard me. Can I give a second, though, and talk about Joey's real quick? It's this hat that you got on that I'm just loving. Is that a Charlotte Hornets hat that you're rocking right there?
It's actually not. I don't know if you could see from there.
What is it? Oh,
Marlins?
That's
Marlins, but it's like Tasmanian Devil on there.
Oh,
I don't know.
okay.
I'm not a Marlins fan, but
Right.
I'm a fan of cool hats.
No, that's a cool hat,
I'm
bro.
a little
Yeah.
confused. Isn't their mascot a Marlin? Because they're the Marlins?
It is. I don't know why they have the Tasmanian Devil on here, but it was the old Marlins color scheme and then like the pinstripes on here. Because now they rock the orange and
Yeah.
like I thought the Florida Marlins jerseys
Amazing.
were incredibly
Yes.
cool.
Yeah.
And
Agreed.
so, yes, I don't know why the hat doesn't make a lot of sense to me, but I like it. And
But it's
and
dope.
1-0 in the and 1-0 when wearing it to softball. So
Ah,
You
okay.
better wear that
All right.
again for our quarterfinal matchup.
Now we got it. Will, do you have any like lucky thing you carry with you when you're about to play or something like that? A lucky hat or rabbit's foot or something that you carry?
No.
Just
No
bring all the
superstition
greatness.
over here.
Just bring all the greatness.
As we're about to get
Maybe
into...
I should get superstitious, though, and start bringing good luck charms to these Bulls games.
Zach LaVine and Will make their own luck by working hard.
That's what they do.
You don't need
working
any
hard.
trinkets.
That's my
You don't
work
need any rabbit's feet. A special Marlins hat with a Tasmanian devil on it that makes no sense. But seriously, bring that to softball.
It's dope as hell.
If it's working, it's working.
It's a dope hat, man.
Hope everybody's enjoying their Wednesday so far. Gearing up for big game two.
Game two.
Sky tonight.
Sky.
Got to get that W.
Yeah.
Now, Joey, I'm going to give you an opportunity real quick. How confident are you in the Sky winning game two tonight?
1,000% confident.
There's the right answer.
Only 1,000%? What is wrong with you?
I have learned from my prior mistakes. I will not be doubting Matt Peck or the Sky any longer.
Oh, how dare. Don't doubt it.
Just giving Joey so much trash today.
Yes, you were. Yeah.
Hey,
Don't
you
even taking
started
off.
it with the water shit.
Oh, I don't mind that. I don't mind saying that that's the truth. I exactly started it. Yes, I did. And I tell him how much I care about him, too, as well. Now you do the same. You tell him how awesome he is.
I care about you, and I love you, and you're awesome,
There
Joey.
you go.
Love you too, Matt. Thank you.
Oh.
All right, guys, we're going to have some fun today. First thing we're going to talk about is this really cool interview that Zach LaVine did with UPROXX that just dropped last night, talking about a lot of off-the-court stuff, personality, likes, dislikes, hobbies, but also some of what's been driving him in this recent stretch of his career where he's made this great ascension. And then we're going to play a new game called Goated, where Dave and I are going to be doing some this or that kind of picking, and then Will tells us if we're right or wrong,
You ain't
because
like
he
that,
is the
Joey?
GOAT.
You ain't like my goat? You like it? You like
Don't we have an actual goat sound effect somewhere in there?
He does.
We're waiting for it. We're waiting for it.
Oh,
Who needs
Will's
that
ready.
one? We've got big
Who
Dave.
needs it? Who needs it? You got me here.
And then if we have some time left over towards the end, we're going to do some random Bulls generator, which we haven't done in forever.
It's been a minute.
And shout out to one of our super fans, Troy, down in Australia, who I think I saw, he tweeted at us like last week being like, hey, random Bulls generator. Haven't done it in a
hell?
while. And I think he even like posted a picture of one. He was like,
dang.
I did not know who it was. So good job, Troy.
We have something exciting today for the Random Bulls generator. I'm excited to tell you guys what it is.
We sprucing it up a bit.
Okay, all right.
I'm excited.
Get the Denzel out of me. All right, all right.
So if you guys haven't seen it yet, you should go give the Zach LaVine feature piece on UPROXX a read. It's a quick read, but it's really cool.
It is.
Talking about, let's start with this. When he's talking about his goals, saying, I think I've gotten better each and every year as I continue to grow my game. If you have the confidence in yourself to see yourself at a certain level and you have a goal set, you strive for those things. That hasn't stopped. I'll continue to do it. This author at UPROXX, Jason Tabers, I believe is how you say his last name, kind of has sets this interview up talking about how nobody really saw this coming from Zach LaVine.
Yeah.
Freakishly talented, athletically speaking, dunk champion of all dunk champions. Not a lot of people saw All-Star. Not a lot of people saw max contract and a guy who's becoming the face of a franchise and sort of an icon off the court in addition to on the court.
You know, it's kind of like with Jimmy Butler. Like, you can never really measure or know what's really inside of somebody. You can't measure their will. You can't measure their work ethic. You know what I mean? You can't measure their desire to want to be great. You don't know those things.
Yes.
And that's exactly what's happening here with Zach LaVine. I think me as well as a bunch of other people, you saw him and you were like, dunk guy, that's what you're going to be. You know, do these dunk contests, entertain us because you're incredible at that. What do you mean you want to shoot threes? You know what I'm saying? What do you mean you want to dribble? Like, we don't want to see that. Put the ball between your legs, you know what I'm saying, and do that, and then great, that'd be awesome. He had other plans, you know what I'm saying? He definitely had other plans to be great, and the mentality, and I'm glad he talked about the book, like you said, that he's reading with Kobe, the Mamba Mentality book.
Yes. Said he's read it several times.
Yeah, man, and he plays like it. You know what I'm saying? He definitely plays like it, and it's just great to see Kobe continuing to have that kind of influence on people. Still to this day, man, like he's just that magical and awesome of a human being. But yeah, man, Zach, you can't measure it. You know what I mean? Zach has it and he's showing it, and I can't wait to see him get on that court and watch it magnify out there as well, Will.
Yeah, I think the shooting thing is a great example too, because you look at work ethic, and I always say, like, that's a skill, you know, like you can't really, like, people have that or they don't, and you can like work on it, of course, the way you can work on any skill, but like there's some guys who just, that's like their number one go-to skill. I think Jimmy Butler is the perfect example. But for Zach, like, the shooting is a big one. And I think just like understanding the game, having things slow down for him, like, that's all stuff that you can improve with work ethic. And I think that's not going to stop. He's going to continue to get better on that, at all that stuff. We'll talk about that a little bit more for our episode on Tuesday, which we just recorded. But yeah, I think he's going to continue to get better working with DeMar, learning late game situations, all that stuff. I just don't see Zach, you know, quitting, improving, or plateauing at any point soon.
True.
He also talks about his fashion, and part of that being this he's working with New Balance on designing some of his own shoes, which is really cool.
It is.
You know, signed over with New Balance last year, made that switch. I looked at this watch, which, by the way, I just discovered. If you click on the watch on this UPROXX page in the Zach interview, it takes you to a link of the website. I've never even heard of these watches before. Audemars Puget Royal Oak offshore. Like, what the heck is this?
Yeah.
It's a $45,000 watch.
It is.
Good for you, Zach LaVine.
Shout out to you for
$45,000.
I like when I was talking about this earlier with him, Will, before we got on the show, and he's telling me, you know, I've never heard of it. I was like, yeah, I've heard of those. I know those. I was like, but, you know, I'm an avid listener of rap music. So, yeah, I've heard about these watches several times. I know what they are. But it's an expensive watch. It's a nice watch.
It looks very sharp.
And when we talked to him at the dinner that they had, the
charity gala.
Yeah, the charity dinner that we went to with all the Bulls players. That's a flex, Will. Yes, it is. When we did that, yet Zach talked about it there, how much he loved watches. And he said that too. I
forgot about that.
He said that. Like, dude, I love watches. I really love watches. And he loved cars. Those are the two things I knew about him. So if you want to maintain having $45,000 watches, you're going to have to be good at basketball. And Zach LaVine has made that decision to be good at basketball because he likes wearing really cool, expensive watches.
I don't know how much money I would need to be making in order to start thinking about buying one of those, but I think the answer is $215 million.
Somewhere around there.
It's a good start.
More than we make.
Maybe 215.2
just
to be
a bit.
Exact, but
yeah.
The next raise we get, I'm buying one of these $45,000 watches and going into crippling debt. The other thing that I thought Zach said that was cool about his fashion wear is that sometimes he dresses up a little bit more for big games.
Yeah.
Because he feels that, like, big game tonight vibe, and dresses up a little bit more.
For sure.
But then sometimes, and a lot of times, it's just like, no, whatever's comfortable. And then he also said, I live in a cold city. We go to a lot of cold cities. You know, you play the NBA season through mainly the winter months. He said, most of the time what I wear is just about warmth.
Dude, if that's what the case, that dude is super stylish because we've seen him just wearing his clothes like, man, everything you have on just costs more than anything that we make. You know what I mean? It's just like sweatpants and, you know, some jeans, but with like a really cool chain and that watch.
Right.
But it's always really dope. You know what I'm saying? Like everything he has on, it's a reason for it. Like he's not just throwing it together. He can make that sound like however he wants to. He's not throwing that together out there, man. No, he's trying to dress and look right when he goes out there. Even if it's just T-shirt and some shorts, it's going to be an awesome T-shirt and an awesome pair of shorts.
What? Okay, I know we need to get your opinion on this too. Okay, so we've jewelry and style and fashion, shoes.
Yeah.
They also asked Zach about music and what music he's into these days.
All right.
He said sometimes before games I'll listen to 90s R&B. Love that. Or if I'm working out, I'll listen to more hip hop and rap kind of stuff. What he's listening to right now, he gave 3 answers: Future, Chief Keef, and Polo G.
Okay.
First of all, did I say that? did I say that correctly?
First of all, when another white guy laughs at how you're saying these rappers' names, you know you're saying they're hilarious.
Did I mispronounce any of those?
No, it's just how you said it that he's
Polo
laughing.
G.
It's like Al Michaels saying these. Like I know what he's laughing at here. Bob Costas running it down right now, but I get it.
Wait, who was the third one? Future, Polo G, and who?
Chief Keef.
Big Dave, who do you think Matt would like the most out of those 3?
Wow, that is an excellent question. You think Future?
I'll take Future too, but maybe no.
I don't think he like.
I think
it's
Chief Keef because he's a Chicago guy.
But Keef is more hype. See, Matt's a metal guy.
I was going to guess that Keef was more mellow because Keef.
No, he's not mellow. Not at all.
Different. I don't think it's spelled the same. Might be. I don't know.
No, but Matt is
Chief Keef is spelled Keef. I think the weed Keef, there's maybe an I in there.
There's an I.
Even though Future's
I don't know why I know that.
King of the turn up. You know what I'm saying? I ain't saying that. But
Sure.
Future,
I don't know why I know that. Yeah, sure you know, you little rascal.
I don't know, Kim. What do I know? But I think it'll be Keef. Honestly, I think he would vibe to that a little more just because he would throw his hat. You know what I'm saying? And run around and just be all kinds of hype.
Which one do you prefer of those 3, Will?
I feel like Future is kind of the obvious answer.
It's Polo G for me. I'm really
Polo
into
G.
Would I
All right.
recognize any of their songs?
Well, Polo G's from here also.
Okay.
He's from Chicago. And Keef is also from Chicago.
Yeah, you might know some of the older Chief Keef songs, like Love Sosa. You know,
Yes.
like you've probably heard that song
They
before.
played it for Marion Hossa.
Oh, really?
Yeah. It was They Love Hossa. You know what I'm saying? That's not where they came from.
Like, would they play it during games, like at the United?
Lawrence,
I don't know.
Lawrence over here just says, "I don't like." That's Chief Keef, right? Yeah, that was one of his first songs.
It is.
Yeah.
Yes, it is. It is. This is an awesome conversation right now. I'm really enjoying this. By the way,
talking to 4 white guys with all these hip-hop artists.
but it's great. Because Will know. I know Will definitely listens to Future for sure. You know what I mean? Like he gets into that, and I know Joey listens to it too. But I don't think Lawrence does. I'm not saying he's not into hip hop. I just don't think he does. And well, that's my guy Matt. You know what I'm saying? Like at all. But yeah, man, I think Polo G he always struck me as a guy who's like tells like a blues singer to me. You know what I mean? Like it's very bluesy, sad tales, you know what I'm saying? But he can actually rap at that. Keef is turning you up, you know what I'm saying? And Future is the same way. He's turning you up. And people love Future. He's colossal. You know what I'm saying? Future is a big deal. I've never really been a big fan of Future like that. I like this.
He's
new
like
album.
the most mainstream, is why I said that. Like,
correct.
He's like the biggest.
I'll show you his commercial he did with Cher.
Okay, well, because I told you earlier today before we were doing our shows that I've heard of Future.
Yes.
I've heard of Chief Keef.
Yes.
I had never even heard of Polo G.
Yeah, Polo G. I wouldn't say he's relatively new, but in the mainstream, I would say he is.
Were there like 5 Polos that came before him?
Lord.
Polo A, Polo B, Polo C.
Lord. And this is why Joey drops his head every time when we get in these topics and you say these things. This is exactly why it happens, man. But I'm glad Zach listened to that. I know you love that he said 90s R&B.
I do.
As well.
That I can get behind.
Yeah, you can roll with that. You think he's listening to Boyz II Men? I just feel like he's listening to Boyz II Men.
You like gets hyped up before a game listening to End of the Road.
Right. Motown Philly. Just going in, man.
Back again.
Yeah, back again.
Just like Zach LaVine.
Doing a little East Coast swing.
Back again. He also talked about gaming.
Yeah.
He said he plays a lot of Call of Duty, Destiny, which is not a game I'm super familiar with. Also, he said 2K golf. He said, I'm really into golf right now.
Wow.
I know that Zach has also gotten more into actually playing golf, like on a golf course.
Okay.
But gaming golf, you don't see that answer a lot.
I haven't played gaming golf in quite a while. Will, are you in it? Because Will's the golfer. Will can play. He try to act like he can't golf. We've seen your game. You're better than us. You can golf.
I like to go golfing, but I am not good at it. Like I want
only
to be
one of
very
us
clear
that
about that.
sank a putt.
Only one of
Vegas
us.
house.
Yeah, when we were playing again,
Makes
only
one
one of us.
putt one time.
Yes, one person made it to the
I've
championship,
a glorious
among us,
putt.
and it was that man.
The golf simulators are really fun, but I've only done those like once or twice. But Zach is like growing up. I feel like the watches, the golf. He's into wine now. Like
He's a dad as of like a week ago.
he's a dad.
Yeah,
he's
getting married.
He's growing up.
He's maturing.
Right before our very eyes.
Yeah. And, the other thing from these interviews that spoke, I think, to his maturity and, again, going back to what you were talking about with the work ethic, Will, is, Joey, do we have this quote from him about when he was asked about superstitions before the games? No worries. I'll just read it off here. I've got it. He said, I'm not a very superstitious person. If I have a 40-point night, I'll change my shoes the next day. Or if I have a bad night, I won't necessarily go change or anything like that or wear the same clothes and do the same routine. I have a shooting routine. I take a nap before the game. That might be about it. I love this. My good luck charm is the work I put in. I love that line from Zach LaVine.
That is a dad line if I've ever heard one in my life.
It really is.
He cannot wait to drop that on Saint, dog. He can't wait to drop that on Saint, man. That is a father talking right there, man. Yeah, shout out. And that's a cool way to put it. You know what I mean? Like, because some people have superstitions.
Right.
And, you know, like, you got to do this. I know I'm like certain thing, I'm like, I know I got to do it like this, and then it's like that, and then I'll do it like that. Has nothing to do with anything. You know what I'm saying? But it's just how you work. You know what I'm saying? It's just your process. His process is, damn it, I'm good. I put in the work, and I'm good, and that is what the process is going to be. And I can't be mad at any of that, Will.
It's a skill, and it's the kind of thing that builds confidence. Like, that's what we all want to see out of Patrick Williams this year, is just like work ethic that will lead to confidence. That will help his jump shot release, and that'll help him take more shots. That's all it is. That's such an important part of getting better as a basketball player.
Yes.
It kind of reminds me of what's that saying that luck is really just when preparation meets opportunity.
Yes.
Then you in that sense you sort of make your own luck.
Yeah. Make your
Because
own luck.
again, we've talked about it, and I know Bulls fans differ on opinions of what kind of player in the NBA Zach is. Leading up all this contract talk, right, at the end of his contract year, signing this big deal this summer, and whether or not he is that guy. What you cannot deny is that every year he's been in the NBA, he has gotten better.
Yeah.
All the way up to being now a two-time back-to-back All-Star. And as you were saying in our pre-recorded show we were just doing earlier today, Will, still, like, there's still a window for him to get even better because he's just now entering his prime years, his age 27 year, and you see it. You see the work he's put in because some players don't improve like this.
That's true. And they work hard and they don't get to this level. And it's different. And it's also, he's taking a different route from me, Will, because usually the guy who is known as the dunker, that's it. You know what I mean? Like, that's all they're known for is, you're the gun contest guy. That's what we know you for. That's going to be it. You know what I'm saying? Like, of course, there are exceptions, of course, like Vince Carter and, people like that.
Right.
But usually a guy who we don't know from doing anything really awesome on the basketball floor.
Kind of like
we
his
put him in
teammate
that,
Derrick Jones Jr., largely known as just a dunk contest guy.
You just kind of put him in that position. You say, this is what you do. Thank you. Keep doing that for us. And again, he said, no, I'm more than that.
And it takes a while to like move off of those, evolve from those reputations. I mean, that's why it was he's just a dunker, and then it was he's just an empty calorie scorer, and now it's he's not a winner, but like he's getting there. He'll go to the playoffs again this year, hopefully, and then the narrative will continue to change the same way it did for Devin Booker and plenty of other guys like that before him.
So true.
Shout out to K-Town in the comments. See your message. Appreciate you, buddy. Thanks for rocking with us.
Oh, shout out, man.
Dave, Tevin wants you to listen to Future's album, I Never Liked You. I don't know if you have.
Oh, Jazz. Hey, listen, Jazz. I did listen to that. I was going to say that because I said I'm not a big Future fan.
Yeah.
I listened to that album earlier this year, and I like it.
Yeah?
I like that. It's like the first Future album. I was like, you know what? I like this. This is good. Let's play that again. I dug it, man. And shout out. I mean, he's got a bunch of, very popular albums, Dirty Sprite, all that stuff. Like, he's got a bunch of popular stuff. But for me, that one right there, I was like, okay, I can rock with him on that. And Larry Strickland, shout out to you. I see you. I meant to shout you out yesterday because I saw you throw out the 3 times dope funky dividends, and now you throwing out the DJ Polo. You know what I'm saying? The Coogee rapping the DJ Polo for my man. I see you. Just know that I see you. I see it, sir. Shout out to you.
And speaking of the window for Zach to get even better in this upcoming season, Daddy Fish, our guy, saying he thinks he could do 50, 40, 90 this year.
Ooh,
he was close.
Yeah, he was close.
And he was like almost on pace until the knee started bugging him last year.
He was
damn close.
Isn't that wild?
The free throw percentage came down a bit.
Yeah.
The shooting efficiency came down a bit, but he was flirting with it.
But that's wild that it was the knee because he was dealing with a thumb.
Right.
And he still was flirting with that.
I forget that he just played through the thumb in the first part of the season.
Yes. Yeah, man.
I love Zach.
He's amazing.
Okay, last thing from this interview before we move on, speaking of all of the reasons I love Zach LaVine, he shouts out taking his mom to Napa after he went and played with the Olympic team, and some of the other guys on his Olympic teammates helped him get into wine. A lot of NBA players are getting really into wine these days.
Yeah.
And a lot of them have just wine cases that they carry around, their wine suitcases when they're on road trips. He took his mom to Napa. That's so sweet.
That is.
Mom, I'm going to take you to Napa sometime. After I
went to a
spend
winery-
$45,000 on a watch.
Go ahead, Will.
I went to a winery when I was in Brazil here, and when I came
Still
back
are
the
in
first
Brazil.
time for the draft, this was the first time right before the draft. I came home.
The first Brazil trip. So
Yeah,
sorry.
yeah, exactly.
Super flexing. Yes, I got
I
you.
went to a winery and bought a bottle of wine to bring home for my dad because he likes wine a lot, and it shattered in my suitcase and exploded everywhere. It was awful.
Oh,
That's-
man.
Devastating.
It was a red wine?
That's the last. It was red wine, yeah.
Oh.
But somehow only a few shirts were ruined, and everything else was pretty much untouched. It was kind of crazy.
Well, it seems that Lawrence is upset that you packed wine in your suitcase. I don't think Will is used to carrying wine from Brazil.
It was in a box in bubble wrap. I had 2 bottles and one of them broke.
If I brought it in my carry-on, it wouldn't make it home. I would drink it on the
Lawrence.
flight.
Come on. Lawrence is very upset over here right now. Come
Lawrence is
on,
gonna-
Lawrence
Me
has
too.
things.
Give
to
us
say.
a demonstration.
This is his TSA impersonation.
That's what they're doing with your nice bottle of wine, Will.
Stop victim blaming.
All right. All his clothes are ruined. You know what I'm saying? He couldn't get his father a gift.
I learned the hard way.
That's why you need one of these really nice, really expensive wine trunks that these NBA players bring around with them on their road trips.
Oh, yeah, he needs
They're
that.
it's like
Louis
luggage
Vuitton,
made specifically for bottles of wine.
I'm
They're
sure
very
Will's got that
protective
on the deck.
suitcases.
The Louis Vuitton
Tuck
wine.
their
carrying
wine
kits,
safely in their
yes.
little wine-shaped holes in the
Like
suitcases.
CJ McCollum, he definitely has that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, the wine trunk's going to run you about as much as the nice bottle of wine itself.
Exactly, man. But I hope it works this time, Will. Are you planning on doing it again?
Hell no, I'm done with that. Never doing it again. I've learned my lesson. I'll buy wine when I go back to Jewel or something.
Okay. All right.
All right. So go check out that Zach interview on UPROXX.com. It's really cool. Gives you a nice little inside look at Zach's personality and some of his stuff off the court, in addition to his work ethic on the court. We're going to play this new game called Goated coming up next. But first, Big Dave, tell the people about the points and the bets and the points bets and the football. Please.
PointsBet Sportsbook. All right. It's counting down them days, y'all. It's so close to football. So close.
Did my first
to
fantasy
football.
draft last night. Got my other fantasy draft tonight.
Oh, my God.
Football.
I do have a fantasy draft this weekend, too. He's right. I do have a
Quit
fantasy
my
draft.
league, you quitter.
I didn't quit your league. I told you I'm loyal.
You retired.
I've been in the same league for almost 10 years. I told you I'm loyal, man.
Fine.
I'm loyal.
Fine.
They came first.
I'm over it.
No, you're not. And they count down the days until football season with a new offer every day until the season kicks off from now until September 8th. PointsBet Power Hour will unlock a new daily offer from 12 to 1 p.m. Central Standard Time. People, that is Central Standard Time. Sign up for PointsBet using the code CHGO to also get those risk-free bets up to what? $2,000. And don't miss out on your chance to get daily access to free bets, boosted odds, and so much more now through September 8th. But that ain't it, y'all. If you make that $51 or more first-time deposit, you'll receive that free CHGO membership, which unlocks all that web content, especially the stuff that man go be writing. And you'll even get a free T-shirt of your choice from that, what, Matt?
CHGO hacker.
Right here. You see that? Right there. You get you one of these right here. Yes, download that PointsBet app today. Sound like you're eating a steak when you said that. Download the PointsBet app today and use the code CHGO to take advantage of this limited time offer. Don't you dare just bet, ladies and gentlemen. Don't do it. Thrillinium. Tell them what they're supposed to do.
You should just live your bet life instead.
That's it.
Duh.
That's it. All right.
Today's episode is also brought to you guys by FOCO.
Okay.
Chicago, you've already got the best coverage for your favorite teams. That's us at CHGO. So get fitted out in the best sports gear around. FOCO has you covered from Soldier Field to the Madhouse on Madison, from the north side to the south side, with hoodies, slippers, signs, bobbleheads, everything in between.
Yes.
Get decked out like DeMar with apparel from the leader in sports merch and collectibles. Maybe you don't feel like spending $45,000 on a watch?
Maybe.
Just go to FOCO and get some dope Chicago Bears merch there.
Sounds
For
smart.
this Bears season.
Sounds smart.
Looking for the perfect gift for the football fan in your life? FOCO has you covered with hoodies to fight that Lake Michigan breeze.
Woo!
Check out FOCO.com right now. That's FOCO.com. Or click that link in the YouTube description below. For all non-presale items, if you use promo code CHGO, you're going to get 10% off. One more time, that is promo code CHGO for 10% off at FOCO, FOCO.com.
.com.
That just made me want to watch 30 Rock. I'm just saying .com that many times in a row.
It's a great show, by the way.
All right, Big
show.
Dave. This
Yes,
new
sir.
game called Goated is your brainchild. Would you explain to our fellow Bulls fans out there how we're going to play this game?
Yes, I'm very excited to see this. As you see, our guy Joey has been hard at work. And this is why I'm excited to see it. Because Joey, I just said, Joey, just go crazy. You know what I'm saying? Like, just go crazy. But this is, Joey is going to give us two random things.
Okay.
Doesn't even have to be from the world of sports. It could be just two random things, all right? Matt and I will say which ones that we like. But Will,
I love lamp.
the GOAT, Gottlieb, will tell us which one is goated. So it don't matter what we like. It matters what is goated. And the only person to decide that is that man with that perfectly coiffed hair and that bubble, Will, the thrill, the GOAT, Gottlieb, ladies and gentlemen. That's him.
Where's the goat sound effect, Dave? No, I agree with whoever it was in the comments who said that sounded a little more like a lamb
It did
than a
sound like a
goat.
lamb. You're right. It did. It did sound like a lamb. You're right.
Goats don't say ba.
You're crazy.
All right, so what do we have up first?
All right, Joey, hit it.
Okay, so yes, like Big Dave said, I tried to keep the categories, a good mix of categories, liberal mix of categories here. We've got sports, we've got food, we've got music, we've got entertainment. And we will see
Apology.
what Will thinks is the best. Okay, let us start with a good one.
Ooh. Okay. All right. Okay. Well, that is Apple Music versus Spotify.
Correct. Which one is on my phone's home screen? Spotify.
Yeah. I'm going to have to go with Matt on this one. It's Spotify. I am a Spotify person, all about it. And I'm a person who owns a Mac. You know what I'm saying? But I love Spotify, man. The
PC,
simplicity.
Android.
Yeah, I got an Android. Definitely got an Android. You know what I'm saying? I'm all about
Sucks
unity.
to your iPhone.
I'm all about unity out here. But I love Spotify. I love it. It's easily accessible. I just go there, and there it is in my face. And also, because I had Spotify, they gave me Hulu at no charge. Because of Spotify, because they're awesome like that. It was like, hey, you want Hulu?
Talk
Sure.
about an awesome perk.
Yeah. Like, you want some free stuff? Yes, I do.
I
So, yeah.
hear Hulu has live sports these days.
That's what I've heard.
I heard it from somewhere.
It's a rumor
Maybe
going around.
like the same commercial 80,000 times.
Maybe John Morant maybe might have
Yeah.
told me. I don't know. But it's up to the GOAT, though, to tell us
I'm afraid that we're both wrong.
that which one is goated.
No, you're both right. I worked for Spotify before
Oh,
this job.
yes!
Flex.
I have to go with my former employer because I was working at a company called Locker Room. We were building a live audio social media app, which I don't know if you guys heard about, but it was acquired by Spotify. So then I worked on that there for about a year before CHGO started. So there's a little background info on me, and you selected the right option.
Yes.
I forgot that very important detail
I did
that Will
too.
used to work for Spotify.
I thought it was going to be Apple because Will is all about, you know what I'm saying, the iPhone, the iPad. He always just kept telling me, Dave, just stop playing around. Get an iPhone, all right? Stop playing around. He always gets on me about that.
For the most part, a slave to the Apple ecosystem. I'm wearing these dumb headphones right now.
I think it's so funny when if you're in like a text thread with several people, the iPhone people are like, no, your bubble's green. I don't like it.
They do that. They do. My own
Android
family-
for life.
My own family does that. So, yes, I know it's true. It's true. But, yes, Spotify.
All right,
Joey,
we're
you
one
agree
for
with this?
one.
I would have taken I would have taken Apple Music.
You taking Apple?
But that's why the game's called Goated and not Joded. So, you know. All right.
like the Jodes from Grapes of Wrath.
Yeah, whatever that is. I don't know what that means.
Oh my God! Tell me you've
thing at
read
a
Grapes
time.
of Wrath.
One
Joey.
old thing at a time.
You went to
Grapes
school,
of
right?
Wrath? Never heard of it.
Never heard of it, he said.
Okay, next.
Watch Matt's face. Oh, my God. Joey, why you do that? Joey. Joey, why you do that?
My literary heart just died a little.
Joey, why you
Did you just say what's Grapes of Wrath? You know what?
Joey, he almost got out of his chair.
Hat throw.
He threw his hat.
Hat throw for not knowing Grapes of Wrath. Go back to school. Oh my God.
Sorry, I had to take the question off the
When
screen.
you watch this back, watch Matt, yo. Watch him almost get out his seat and they'll come over and attack you.
I have
Yo.
no shame. I have no shame.
Oh my God!
That landed
So
on
you
my
never
head.
had to read it in school?
No, I know.
Never
I
had
never even
heard
heard of it, and we had plenty of assigned old readings like Charles Dickens, Shakespeare, Matt. Like I've read it, but I don't know what Grapes of Wrath is, and I'm not going to be slandered for it.
Guys, I think the school system is failing us. It's not your fault, Joey.
Just answer the question: is ketchup or ranch goated?
Oh,
Okay.
ranch by a mile.
Have you?
I'm going with ketchup. I love ketchup.
Ketchup is trash.
Ketchup is amazing, dog. I had some this morning. Put some on my fries when I had my tuna melt. It was great. I love ketchup.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Yeah, I
know.
love
I feel
ketchup,
like
man.
as a Chicagoan, I have to select ranch here. Like ketchup is illegal.
I live dangerously out here, Will.
I don't even use ketchup for my fries anymore.
I don't
Put on
use
mayonnaise? What you put
either.
on your fries?
Dude, any kind of like mayo, like a Dijon.
Oh, you're
or
serious? You
Like,
are putting mayo on your
yeah,
fries?
or, dude, like a Chipotle mayo.
Oh, my
Dip some
Lord.
fries in there. Cheese. Like just order cheese fries. I would much rather dip my fries in like liquid cheese than ketchup.
I so want you to get a checkup so bad. Your artery.
Dude, I just got
I'm
one.
so worried. I'm so
They
worried.
gave me a clean bill of health.
Oh,
Okay, wait.
man.
This is actually a good segue then into the next one.
But Will
Wait,
said, wait,
what's
Will,
oh no,
Will's
sorry.
answer?
I thought Will gave his answer.
he said
Oh.
he's got to go with ranch because
Yeah,
ketchup
'cause ketchup is illegal.
Right, okay.
But really, I like ketchup more. I just can't admit to that publicly, even though I just did.
I think
Oh, you
ketchup
go-
is not taboo.
I'll stand alone for you, Will. I will stand for us. I will
Ketchup is
stand
fine
up for ketchup.
as long as it's not on a hot dog.
Yes.
Don't go to Gene and Jude's and ask for ketchup. They'll throw you out.
And that's exactly what I'm gonna do.
Michael says ranch on everything. Dontavius says mild sauce or
Oh, mild
barbecue.
sauce, for
K-Town
sure.
saying hot sauce fellas all day.
I'm with
That,
all
that
that.
wasn't
Them
the
wasn't up
question.
there.
That wasn't the question.
Yeah, then one
That's
up there, man.
Okay, this is a good segue. I think this is a good segue. We were talking about what you dip your fries in.
Okay.
Yeah.
What you dip your fries in.
All right, here we
Okay.
Here
go.
we go.
Okay. So I have never had
See,
raisin.
I don't know. I didn't know if this was too southern because there's not a lot of Raising Canes around here.
You're right, and I used to live in the South, but I never had Raisin Cane's.
Legit,
Seriously?
never heard of Raising Canes before.
Whoa! Oh, Matt, you've never heard of Raising Canes?
Yeah.
Oh my God!
Some random chicken
The
shack.
nutrition system is
Down in-
failing us.
Yo,
You've
yeah.
never. Oh, hold on.
That's as embarrassing as not hearing
Hat
hearing
throw.
of Grapes
Hat
of
throw.
Wrath. One of the
Hat
most
throw.
heralded pieces of literature ever, as opposed to like some chicken shack down in the Confederacy.
Will, have you had Raising Canes?
Oh man.
I have not had Raisin Canes, so my answer is
Okay.
Chipotle. But
Okay, that's fair.
so
I'm curious then
people,
for the chat.
people love Raisin Canes, though.
For the chat, I'm just curious if it was more about the sauce.
So,
Cane sauce
Cameron
is
says
very
that there's
good.
a Canes in Schaumburg.
there's a Canes.
Schaumburg.
There's a Canes in Wrigleyville.
What?
There's Canes.
You had Raisin Cane's, Kev?
Company outing.
Never had it. Okay. Raising
Cane's right next to Wrigley.
It's okay.
It got a
Greg
from
says
Greg.
it's okay. Yeah.
I'm gonna trust
Greg, Cane's or Chick-fil-A? Okay, Greg says Cane's.
Chick-fil-A sucks.
Greg says Cane's.
Company outing.
Is it only chicken
Is it
fingers?
only?
It's only chicken. It's only chicken. They have like chicken
only
fingers.
chicken
You can
fingers.
get you can get like a sandwich combo, but it's really just 3 fingers on a piece of Texas toast. But
That's what he
it's
said.
good. It's a big thing. It's a big thing. There's a whole argument where you got to swap out one of your coleslaw for another piece of toast. All right,
What?
I thought you guys would have known more about this. It's too much to get into now.
I don't.
Okay?
No, you've gotten everybody involved now.
This is-
We're all in this.
This
now,
is
man.
a
Go to
company-wide
Cane's.
This is a
debate right
company.
now.
This is a company discussion.
Veteran Cane's users. So you get the fingers, then you get a side of toast, you get a side of sauce, and you get a coleslaw. But veteran Cane's personnel will go
Right.
and they'll either sub their coleslaw for an extra sauce or an extra toast. That's a very veteran play, and then you get the fries too. But the sauce is really legit sauce, so that's why I brought it up. But
I'm intrigued enough to
Chick-fil-A
to
sauce
try
is
it.
great. Chick-fil-A sauce is great. I didn't want to
Well,
get
Greg says they're overrated. So
You know, we're moving on.
with that.
Chick-fil-A's chicken is fine. Also, they're evil. So to hell with Chick-fil-A. Yeah, go to Popeyes. I am unfamiliar with
I don't
Raising
know
Cane's
Raising
politics.
Cane's anything.
All right, let's
I
go.
don't know.
Let's go NBA here. Let's go NBA here. You're a
Give me
GM. You are
So
our
off the rails.
I
tourist.
love it.
You are our tourist Carcinovas.
Carnashovis.
And
Wow.
you have your choice for the next player going forward for the next 10 years. Who you think is going to get the Bulls closer to the title?
Okay.
Oh.
Oh.
Okay. Where's Thrill at? Let me see the face of the GOAT.
Wait, the question is, which of these 2 players are you adding for free?
Not adding to the Bulls. Let's say that this was an NBA fantasy redraft, and these guys were the top guys available at the Bulls pick. Nobody else on the roster. Who are you picking to start your team around?
Got it.
I'm taking Trae Young. Because Trae Young is 30 and 11. And I love point guards, period. You know, I think you can start. It's like a quarterback for me as a point guard. So he's one of the best out there.
I
man.
mean, I guess I'll also lean Trey. He is pretty impressive. I would shy away from Booker just because of the Kardashian curse. That whole mess. Just keep that away from
don't
me.
want to deal with it at all?
Nah.
Okay, all right.
So I guess I'll go Trey.
we'll go Trae. Will, who's goated, sir?
I'm going Trey too. Trey
Hey!
is 23 years old. Booker's a little bit older. I think he's like 26. But also, like, Trey is like an absolutely elite offense by himself. I think like the defensive concerns are real, but I think it's easier to build a good defense around Trey than build like an all NBA caliber offense alongside Devin Booker. Like both, would be great franchise cornerstones, but I'm taking Trey here.
That's true. And remember, Phoenix didn't get to that level until they got a point guard. They already had Devin
100%.
Booker dropping 70.
But also remember that Devin Booker was a fringe MVP first team guy this year, so he had a great
was.
season. But he had a
was awesome.
much better supporting cast. So Will has spoken,
Will has spoken.
and Trey is goated.
Will has
We agree on
spoken. The
Trey.
GOAT has spoken, ladies and gentlemen.
You're welcome.
That's it.
Okay.
I love this. I love the power I have here. This is fantastic.
Do we have another one?
We got one more.
We've got like 7 more. So
Oh, come on,
Will-
Will
we
Will
can go
needs
for
more
as long
power.
or as little as you guys want, but I've got a couple
let's
more.
do one or maybe 2 more, and then we'll save the rest because we also got to do RBG.
Oh,
Okay,
yes.
great,
Gotta do random
great.
bullshit.
Okay, I
And
didn't
we
want to
see-
do.
We don't want to see electricity coming from Will's hair because of all the power that he's
Yeah, I was
wielding
about to
right
say.
now.
All right.
yes.
I'm
we gotta
thinking
turn
here
this off at some point too.
about the
Getting too much
best
powerful.
questions here.
But oh man. Well, let's read an ad then. See if we
All right,
do that.
let's
Oh yeah,
go.
we should.
How about we do that? How
Okay.
about read an ad? We get it together. We'll come on back, Joey. How about that?
Sounds good to me.
All right. And let's do that by talking about that Owen. Because you're going to need some of that, ladies and gents. It's that 100% plant-based shake that gives you nutrition that works as hard as Joey is working today, doing 2 shows, coming up with graphics, and yelling about, Raising Cane's, doing amazing things today while wearing a dope-ass hat. Works as hard as the GOAT does with all the power that he has today. Works as hard as Matt does when he tosses that hat across the room, y'all. And it works as hard as you do. It is free of artificial ingredients. It is allergen-friendly, no gluten or dairy. Easy on the tummy tum-tum there, y'all. Easily digestible. And It's this guy named Justin Fields. Don't know if you heard of him. Don't know, guys, but I'm just here to tell you. Plays quarterback for the Chicago Bears. Not the Bulls, but the Bears. Tossed,
QB1.
running, caught, touchdown. Plenty of them coming at you.
3 of them things last Saturday.
Trace. All right? That's what's going on. And he is down with this. He loves himself some Owen. So you can be down with us and down with that, y'all. And you can get yourself 20% off your first purchase at liveowen.com and use the code CHGO20. That's 20% off your first purchase at liveowen.com. CHGO20 is the code. So join us. Join all of us here as we were unified in a whole chicken conversation. And join us with Justin Fields. And try a win, because it's only what you need. Because as you all know, a win's Joey.
A win.
I love it.
That brings people together like Owen and Chicken Shack debates.
Chicken fingers, right?
It's so true. People love debating fast food. It's crazy.
It is, man.
It's true.
Welcome to America, baby.
Yeah, it was tough for me to pick what 2 places I was going to go. Clearly, I picked the wrong ones because nobody's ever been to Cane's. Okay.
All right.
I'm
I want a
confident
KFC
that
double
you
down
guys
right now.
have. Well, you guys should go try Cane's. That's what I'm going to say too. It's good.
Let's fly to the
I'll
south.
try
It's
it.
good.
I
But it's
love
also-
a good chicken tender.
It's really filling. Like it's not nothing you should be doing before. Like it's like a football Sunday type of thing. Like you don't have any plans for the day.
How many can
because
you
usually
get?
I like to gorge myself on chicken tenders and then like run
Yeah.
a 5K.
Don't do that. Don't do that. Okay. All right.
Oh, okay. Here we go. Now we're doing stuff. Now it's up. Now it's up right now. All right. Here we go. What do you mean?
For the record, I love pancakes and waffles.
Okay, for the record. But who's one? It can only be one.
I give a slight
Highlander.
edge to pancakes.
Okay.
Because when me and my siblings were growing up, we were kids. Sometimes if one of our parents was in the mood, we would have pancakes and bacon for dinner instead of breakfast. And I
amazing.
freaking loved that.
Amazing.
Breakfast for dinner. And it was
Yes.
always pancakes.
amazing.
Sometimes we would do like, if you're on your own for breakfast before leaving for school,
Yeah.
there's some frozen Eggos in the freezer.
Yeah.
Not, we can
Get
take
in
care of
there.
that in a toaster.
Yes.
But mom or dad's homemade pancakes with a side of bacon for dinner. Oh,
Amazing. It is without a shadow of a doubt 100% pancakes all day long, especially when the edges are crispy, when it's on there just right. Oh my Lord. It's all about pancakes. Nobody want no dry ass waffle. I want pancakes, all right? I don't want something you just throw in the toaster like it's a Pop-Tart and you pull out and you eat it all day long, man. No. Pancakes is where it's at. You have to sit down and take your time with your knife and fork.
as opposed to all those people who eat waffles on the go.
Of course, Eggos. That's what they do. Have you not seen Stranger Things? That's what they do, man.
The
You
kid
can
who
eat waffles on
escaped
the
from
go.
like the child prison.
That's right.
Mind torture.
That's right.
That's who you're using as an
she not
example of
eating
what
Eggos?
normal people do.
She ain't eating pancakes. She eating them dry ass waffles is what she doing. Nobody want that. You can put a sandwich in between waffles. I'm not asking for extra bread. All right. I just want that delicacy of pancakes. Mwah. Put some blueberries on them too. Oh Lord, yes.
I can't. Will.
I'm definitely going pancakes here. They're
Yes.
just way more versatile. You can do them in a bunch of different ways. Waffles, and also like making them from scratch. You have to have a waffle iron. It's like a whole thing. Pancakes are much easier than pancakes.
That's a great point. You're absolutely right. You can, and like you said, versatile because you make crepes. And do it like that too. So
You
do
can put
several
fruit
things
on them.
with
You can
it.
put chocolate in them. You can just you can do a ton of stuff.
Keep your fruit.
Okay, so
Keep your fruit.
pancakes are goated. Do we want to do one more?
Let's do one more. Let's do
Let's
one more.
do one more.
All right, basketball
I'm
or
loving
not
this.
basketball related?
Well, let Will decide which one he
Let's
would
do
like.
basketball related.
Let's take it
Okay,
back
I like
home.
this one. So
Take it
better all time career.
Ooh.
Oh
my God.
Better. Oh man.
Good Lord,
Ooh.
Joey. This
God,
is,
that's tough.
Ooh.
God, that's tough.
Don't envy you on this one, Will. Oh man. That's a tough one.
I got to roll big fundamental. I think he's
Not
one of
mad
the
at you.
most criminally underrated and underappreciated big men in NBA history.
Yeah.
People always throw his name in there as like, oh, right, I forgot about Tim Duncan. Never forget about Tim Duncan. The man was incredible. Oh, and by the way, 5 rings to Shaq's 4. So
Yeah.
there.
I'm just for the sake of the argument going to take Shaq. the dominance of Shaq is incredible. You have not seen anything like that before, and you won't see anything like that after. With that kind of agility, at that size, at 7 feet tall and damn near 300 pounds, and still having that
Big
kind
boy.
of skill, to dominate an entire league. Nobody could guard him. Nobody had anything for him. And wherever he went, winning followed. That's how it went. Orlando went to the finals. Lakers, championships. Miami, championship. It's what he does, man. Shaq can win, and the career is unprecedented.
What about Phoenix? What about Boston? What about
He
Cleveland?
was old and done, and those teams didn't have nothing. He was finito when he went to those teams. He was washed up and done. But when he could play and do those things, there weren't too many players even on that level of Shaquille O'Neal. He was special.
Ray Allen doesn't hit that
talking about-
shot. Tim Duncan 6-0 in the finals. I just want to throw it out there.
Fair point.
But he did.
But he did.
He did.
Jordan.
It happened. We're talking about like the 7th and 8th best player of all time. So there's like not a wrong answer here. But I think I would lean Shaq because of what you said, Dave. The dominance. Like Shaq was like such a character, and I think you could like make all these arguments about, how many rings he would have won if he like had Mamba mentality or whatever. Like I don't think there's any player in the history of the game that has been more dominant than Shaq. Obviously, Tim Duncan is like the cornerstone of one of the great franchises, one of the great dynasties of NBA history.
True.
Like I said, 7th and 8th best players of all time, 8th and 9th, whatever you want to put it. But I prefer Shaq, so I'm going to go Shaq. I prefer watching
I wouldn't disagree
Shaq highlights and all that.
when you talk about dominance. Shaq in his prime, with his size and the way he used it, along with his athleticism, was dominant. You could absolutely say more dominant than Tim Duncan. Who mastered the game of basketball more? Tim Duncan. Without a doubt in my mind, Tim Duncan mastered the game of basketball more than Shaq did.
I'll also say this about Shaq. He redefined athletes, the stereotype that athletes who make music can't play. Because Shaq actually made music, and it was good music.
Made music.
No, bro, it was good music. All right,
Okay.
like I will give Shaq when it comes to athletes who can rap. Shaq is Shaq and everybody else. Honestly, like Shaq was that good at it, man.
So like Shaq, and then like
Twism,
somewhere
yes.
behind the chair is Denzel.
He's way back there.
The goat,
yes.
the goat has spoken. The goat has spoken.
has spoken.
It is worth a mention. Like Tim Duncan's probably one of the best defensive anchors of all time.
True.
But the goat has spoken. That's why again it's called goated.
Tim Duncan's
not,
so amazing, man.
Not pecked or
Not pecked or
Joded.
joded.
Not
as you
joded.
said.
not Daved, whatever.
Not Daved.
All right. And I thought that was Big Dave. Phenomenal game. That
That's
was
such
Yeah.
a good one.
Love
That's
it.
such a good one.
Love it.
that was
We
a
will
lot
come
of
back to
fun.
that one
We will
again
come
because we
back.
know
Yes.
Joey still got more in the bank.
Oh,
He's
you know
waiting
he's
for it
got
for next
he's
time.
gonna have so many more things.
Just as long
got
as
a
it's
lot-
not
got a lot of
another
them we can make.
chicken frenzy,
or grapes of wrath.
or if it is a chicken frenzy, that was fun.
Yes, that was awesome.
Of
Read
Mice and
Grapes
Men,
of
Joey?
Wrath, Joey. What?
Of Mice and Men, do you know any Steinbeck?
I've heard of Mice and Men. I've at least heard of it.
All right.
Okay. I haven't read it.
That's a start. That's a start. We'll give him some
About to
credit.
throw my hat
Matt,
again.
are you a Great Expectations fan?
fine.
Worst book I've ever read in my
Yeah,
life.
not a huge fan. Not a huge
Catcher
fan.
in the Rye.
Well,
All
I
I know is
would much rather read Steinbeck than Dickens.
yeah.
Interesting.
All right.
That's interesting.
Now, with our remaining time, we've got to do some quick random Bulls generators. Joey,
All
did
right.
you not say that there is a little a
Yes,
new extra
we will
perk?
get to that in a second. But first, we will have Peck spin the wheel.
Okay, here
Or pull
here
the
I
lever.
go.
Oh,
I'm
wait.
spinning the wheel.
Pull the lever.
Hold
Pulling
on,
the
hold
lever.
on. Hold on, I messed it up.
It's all right, Joe. We got you, man.
And
We got you.
suddenly, I wish I was back in Vegas. Although I don't play slots when I'm in Vegas.
No,
but
you do
just
not.
The,
No.
the sight of a slot machine, I'm like, oh man,
The
I gotta
lever,
say, I
the
did think
lever's
about
been
it
pulled.
right? Of course
Matt's
you did.
pick.
Yeah. Oh, I know that. Kevin Ollie.
Oh, I was wondering if it was going to be too easy for you guys.
Yeah, it's Kevin
'Cause
Ollie.
he's a
UConn.
recognizable like NBA
It's a very
journeyman.
recognizable face.
Yeah, and a good coach who won a championship with UConn as well. Shout out to him for that. With God, I can't remember the point guard's name, but he was drafted by the Heat as well. But yes, shout out to Kevin Ollie, man.
Also played at UConn.
Yes, he did.
I mean, I do not remember him being on the Bulls in 2001, 2002. He was a Tim Floyd Bull.
Dark days, man.
And I remember most of them. I did not remember that Kevin Ollie had half a season with the Bulls. Okay, you want to see definition of NBA journeyman?
Sure.
Here's his basketball reference page.
Okay.
Dallas, Orlando, Sacramento, Orlando, Philly, New Jersey, Philly, Chicago, Indiana, Milwaukee, Seattle, Cleveland, Philly, Minnesota, Oklahoma. Wow.
Philly.
Other than that little stretch of Philly at the end of his career, he never even spent like a full season with one team.
I just hurt Will with that. I'm pretty proud of that.
That was a good
right
one.
there. Thank you. Shabazz Napier. Thank you, Charlie. Shabazz Napier. Yes, that is his name.
Oh, he was the guard on that team.
Yes, he was definitely the guard on that
Yeah,
squad.
I figured you guys had a good shot at that one because he's a very recognizable NBA face.
Yeah, that's true.
I had forgotten that he played for the Bulls.
That's true. Shout out to him. There was some dark times. Oh my God.
So as I mentioned, we are in unprecedented territory with the next Bulls generator pick.
Okay.
And that is because Dave and Will selected the same Bull.
That's amazing.
So I had to jump in. I made the third pick, which is my random pick.
Oh, this is amazing.
But first, I want to see if Matt is able to get.
Come on with it, man.
Oh, snap.
This is amazing. Will, I love you, man.
I love that Will is starting
This
to
is
get the Big Dave
fantastic.
mind meld.
Yes. This is amazing.
It's only a matter of time. Okay, here we go.
Yeah, yes. I'll give you a hint. It was definitely during the dark days.
The darkest.
Okay,
of days.
thank you for zooming. It looks like Ronnie Brewer's older brother.
And it's number 11.
Man,
The 2000s, the early 2000s.
I'm coming up. Man. And he kind of looks like
I
Artest,
saw it in
but
the
obviously
comments.
it's not Artest.
AK in the
I
comments.
saw it
has
in the comments. Yup, they got it in the comments. I saw it.
Who the hell is that? And
That-
how is it someone that you both saw? Did both of you like think of this player often, or were you like trolling old Bulls basketball reference pages?
We're both basketball nerds, and that's how that
I was
kinda happened.
absolutely trolling Basketball Reference for a guy that I've never heard of, and
It
that
just
is
crossed
him.
my mind, honestly. But it is AJ Guyton
Oh,
is who it is.
What?
But it just crossed my mind.
That
man.
is not what AJ Guyton looks like in my brain. That's clearly one that got lost in translation years ago.
Yeah, AJ, he played basically 2 seasons in the league. He was with the Bulls from 2000 to 2002, and in that same year, 2002, was with Golden State.
Okay.
And from what I read, his last game was with Golden State, and he beat the Chicago Bulls in that last game, but he only played about 5 minutes in that last game. But his post-career has been good. I mean, he went overseas. I don't want to dismiss that. He did go overseas and have success over there. He played for tons of teams over that way, man. But as a coach is where he's had his most success. Will, and I thought about you when I saw this, but he coached a minor league team in Bloomington. Do you know that team name?
Bloomington, Illinois, or Bloomington, Indiana?
Illinois.
Okay.
The Fort Wayne Mad Ants.
You know, the Bloomington Flex.
Oh,
Flex?
yeah, that is
Like
good.
FLEX?
FLEX.
That's not even a thing.
That is
That's a
good.
verb.
Oh, it's a thing because Will does it often when he's in Brazil, baby. Flex.
I guess you do say that's a flex.
Yes, that's a flex.
As if it's a noun.
Yes, sir. It's a flex, man. It's a thing.
Doesn't make any sense
Went
to me.
22-1 with that team. Went 22-1 as a coach. But he also was the named director of player development at Northwestern in 2017. And in
Go Cats.
he was also an assistant coach for the Windy City Bulls.
Whoa.
In 2016, he did that. But as of 2018, he is the assistant coach of Loyola.
Ramble on Ramblers?
The Loyola Greyhounds men's basketball team. So
BFFs with Sister Jean.
shout out to him, man. But that's no. They're going in Maryland.
Yeah, I was gonna say that because the Greyhounds
That's in
are
Maryland.
different.
Loyola in Maryland, sir. Maryland.
Not as
You
cool.
got to clarify.
That's
not
why I said
as
the
cool.
team name.
We're sitting here in Chicago. Of course, I'm thinking about that
I
Loyola.
said the Greyhounds, and I'm like, I'm assuming you knew that the Greyhounds are not the Ramblers.
No, I missed when you said Greyhound.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Well, yes, in Maryland, but that's who he's coaching, man. So he's had success at the coaching level, and that's awesome for him, man. Also found out when he went overseas that he had cataract. He had issue with his eyes. He found that out when he went overseas, man. So that could have been an issue why he, didn't continue his career in the NBA and things
Did
like
he
that.
rock the Horace Rex specs?
I don't know.
For a while?
I didn't watch a lot of Tel Aviv games
No?
at that time. So I
Man.
What?
don't know.
You're not a
catch that
you're not a
Tel Aviv
Maccabi
fan.
Tel Aviv fan? Come on.
I'm shocked, man.
Omri
Yeah.
Caspi, he was
Bloomington
damn good.
Flex, though, I'll tell you about the whole roster.
Me and Will, big fans. Okay, so I also did a pick because we only had two because you
Did
guys
you
picked
also
the
pick
same
AJ
ones.
Guyton?
No, I did not. But it was hard for me because I was not confident in my ability to find someone that was going to stump you because I'm just my Bulls. My knowledge only goes back so far. So I
Sure.
had to really dig deep into the archives. I was asking Lawrence if he knows who this guy is. I had to make sure it wasn't too easy or anything.
Okay.
Here we go. Joey's turn to pull the lever. Wait.
Wait, that looks familiar.
Have we done this, guys?
Dad.
See, I
Don't
thought
you
we
always-
may have done him, and I looked him up to see. But I'm not sure if we've done it or not.
Is his first name Matt?
No.
Okay.
Okay.
So y'all know who you were thinking. But
Yeah.
he
No,
was
it's
number
not
12.
Matt Maloney.
So he was number 12.
Sangalia?
I'm assuming this is the 2000s. Just
I
because.
believe it's just before that.
Just before the 2000s, so 99?
Is that Rusty LaRue?
Rusty LaRue.
Wow, that
My
looks
dude.
that looks way too buff to be Rusty
That does
LaRue.
look way too buff to be Rusty.
I
That
went-
must have been the
He's
phase
right.
of his career when he was juicing.
I went through and I picked the funniest name I could find, and it was
is-
Rusty LaRue, and it was gonna be Dickie Simpkins, but we've already had.
We already
that
know.
whole
Yeah,
saga,
that was too
so
easy.
yeah.
You kidding
So,
me?
That's too easy. Yeah.
I could point out Dickie Simpkins' extended family to you.
The reason why that name was top of mind for me is because as I was trolling Basketball Reference to find players that I thought would stump you guys, and I was looking at AJ Guyton,
Shout
they
out.
have a similarity score tool where you can like see based on some certain statistics like
like a
how,
player
how
comp.
similar a player is. And the closest player to AJ Guyton was Rusty LaRue.
Wow.
Wow,
That's
man.
fantastic.
That is the weirdest thing I've ever. That's like very strange.
And he got a ring, too, because he was
Comes
on that
full
team
circle.
in 98. So Rusty's got a ring.
like the connection of LaRue spelled capital L, little a, capital R.
Yeah.
It reminds me of Zach LaVine,
Ah.
L, little a, capital V.
You know how similar they are.
Yeah.
In their games. Right
Oh,
there.
clearly.
Yeah.
Rusty LaRue.
Rusty LaRue.
Two-time All-Star. Two-time dunk champion.
Hey, he was all CBA second team and led them in assists in a year. So shout out Rusty LaRue for that, baby. I think he's coaching now. Is he coaching now?
Wait, Joey, put that picture up one more time, would you please? That bicep is way too large to be Rusty LaRue's bicep. I refuse to believe that.
You know, and his neck.
That's him.
Like,
Oh, yeah.
That neck
that's
is
that's a
swole.
roid's neck.
yeah, it looks like Kurt Angle.
That is a roid's neck for
man.
sure.
Yeah, dog.
Will
Nice.
got it. It was Rusty.
Shout out.
Will got it.
That's the thrill, baby.
Man,
Well done. Well done, Joey.
nailing Rusty LaRue.
Look at him.
Look
being
at Russ.
being the goating things.
Goating thing. Look at him. Look at Russ.
Wow.
Oh, my goodness. Look at that. Going against Gary Payton. That game must have been over. Man, dude,
He wore
shout
number
out.
5?
He did.
Retire it with LaRue's name on the back instead of you-know-whose.
Yep. Put it up next to 21 in the rafters with
That's
Matt
right.
Thomas.
Hey,
That's right.
very legend. Sadly, we are out of time.
Oh, man, this has been
we'll be
fun.
back tomorrow with another episode. Knock on wood, with a fun guest in studio hanging
Yes.
out with us.
Yes.
Appreciate you for hanging out with us today. Hit that thumbs up button if you're watching on YouTube and enjoyed today's episode. We had some fun with Goated and RBG and talking Zach's
Goated,
interview
man.
on
Love that
UPROXX.
Yes.
Follow us on Twitter. Will is at Will Gottlieb. Big Dave is at Bal, BAWL Sports. I am Bulls_Peck. We are CHGO_Bulls. Keep it locked right here on the CHGO Sports YouTube channel
Joey.
for more content coming up later today. And make sure you're subscribed to this channel. I think we're creeping up towards 20K.
On our way there, man.
Woo!
Shout out to Joey, man. He worked hard.
Joey
He
put
did
in work
hard
today.
man.
Double duty,
Did his thing today.
back-to-back
Shout
episodes.
out to you guys.
Yes.
Hey, you're going to see us wearing these exact same outfits on an episode that drops next week. Time travel. We'll see y'all tomorrow. For Joey, for Big Dave, for Will, I'm Peck. Appreciate you, Bulls Nation. See you, Red. Be good.